Honda is a brand that does not get anywhere near enough as respect as it should, because Hondas are dependable, reliable cars which may not be that interesting or that special, but they are just very good cars. And a big strong point of them was the fact that they were somewhat affordable. But that is starting to change because a lot of Hondas now are actually rather premium. They're like 40, 35, upwards of £50,000 now, which is not cheap. Like, I understand the purchase price of a new car doesn't actually matter these days because everyone just finances their cars now. So I don't really understand what their plan is for their cars because they seem to be niche maxing, if you know what I mean, like looks maxing, but they're niche maxing. And when brands try to niche max, they typically focus on things like off-roaders or sports cars, cars which are not sold to a mass market, but still have a massive potential base for customers. But the stuff which Honda seems to be investing quite a fair bit of money into are cars which are quite niche, but don't really have any customers to buy them. And good examples of that is this new Super N or whatever it's called, which is a electric variant of the N1K car, which is sold in Japan. And I love that thing. I think it looks fantastic. But it is a bit of a weird car because it's priced cheaper than the Twingo and the Renault 5 electric, which are the most popular sort of electric cars you can get in that sort of price range. And yes, it is cheaper, but not by much. There's like a price difference of about a couple of grand, and I gotta be honest with you, the Renault 5 is an actual car. Like, it's not a toy. The Renault 5 is a genuinely usable electric car. Like, in top spec form, you can get about like 250 miles out of a full charge, which is very good in my opinion, as after all, it is a city car, so 250 miles is more than enough. But with this Super N, it's like 100 miles less than that. And that's obviously talking from manufacturer rated mileages, which is always far higher than what you actually get in real world range. So if they say it's about 150, if we're being honest with ourselves, it's probably more like 130, 120 miles, which is fine if you use it in a city, but you know, 17, 18,000 pounds for what is basically a toy of a car is a bit much. And then that brings me on to the Honda Prelude, which was at least a massively controversial thing when the power figures and engine stuff started to come out. And of course, the price was a massive problem for this car because in places like America, you can get a 400Z, a GR86, Subaru BRZ, and all that kind of stuff for around the same sorts of money. And those cars are better at what the Honda Prelude is trying to achieve, aka be a sports car. And Honda says it's not really built for 0 to 60 times or whatever else, but it's a Prelude. The Prelude was always a sportier, better looking version of the Civic, and that's sort of what the new Prelude is, but it's no quicker than a Civic Hybrid. Yes, it has some Type R brakes and suspension, but that isn't enough to justify the price. I mean, why wouldn't you just get a Civic Hybrid? They're basically the same car, just a different body. And in my opinion, what their car should have been was a pure petrol, pure ICE car that was around that kind of money, but with a manual gearbox, front-wheel drive, and just a bit basic. That would have been fine. It didn't need to be a Type R coupe is what a lot of people were asking. People expected this car to be a Type R, but with two doors, and that's never going to happen. Like, that would be insane because that car would cost around the same sorts of money as an M4 probably, when you think about how much R&D would go into making a coupe version of the Civic Type R platform. It would be too expensive to produce and would make absolutely zero financial sense. As a halo car, perhaps, that was limited to 200 units or something like that, that would be fine. But as a mass-produced car, definitely not. So what I want to ask Honda basically is this. Why are you making cars for a niche market which has an incredibly small amount of customers when you could otherwise make actually good sports cars in a niche market that would improve the image of your brand as being more exciting, rather than making very overpriced city cars and overpriced quote-unquote sports cars that have a 0 to 60 time slower than most basic economy cars. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Honda, we need to bring back cool Hondas again. And yeah, Honda, stop niche maxing in very expensive, overpriced cars and just bring back the S2000, please.